Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
Finally, we're almost done catching up on all our San Diego Comic-Con trailers this week.
Man, this is one of my favorite ones. This might be my favorite one.
Yes, Stranger Things Season 2, the full trailer was released, and it looks good.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
Normally, the first season of something comes out. Make it Daredevil, make it whatever. Daredevil's a really good example of this. First season comes out, critically acclaimed. Really excellent experience. Maybe it flew under the radar a little bit, but word of mouth is like, you have to see this.
Right.
And this happened with Stranger Things. Season 2, maybe the trailer comes out and you're like, why? Or what are they doing? The tone's different. They got a bigger budget. Now they have to jump the shark. None of that seems to be happening. It seems to be like just a continuation of the story. It seems to be really fun. The song they picked for it, Thriller, but just the like, it feels so correct. It's gonna come out around Halloween. The shots are still taking their time. They're not trying to blow their wad on stuff. Like, you just see, his name's Will, right? Will sitting up in bed, like, haunted by what seems to be the Upside Down. I assume it still is. We had kind of tremors of what that would be in season 2 at the end of season 1, at the very end, and this, with the sink and the coughing up and the stuff like that. And he's very haunted, and then there's just like a nice slow panning shot, and then Winona Ryder's in the background being neurotic, and it's got a whole bunch of stuff. Hopper's back, big reveal. Millie Bobby Brown's back. I think we all assumed she'd be back anyway. She's fantastic, but I am super pumped about this.
I am too. This is a well-cut trailer.
Yeah.
This is well done. Opens up on a shot of Dragon's Lair. Anyone remember Dragon's Lair?
Barely.
Arcade game.
But it's a rotoscope, right?
It's a full-motion video game, FMV game. It's not rotoscope.
It's not rotoscope.
No, this was directed by Don Bluth, actually, one of the best animation directors of the period.
Yeah, they also did movies back then that were very much like this, which there was another dragon movie that was basically the same art style, and they ate limestone. And I can't remember what it was, but plenty of other stuff. The animation style is very 80s. There was another game, too. Can't remember it. Don't worry about it.
This is in space, because he also did one in space.
Probably, I don't remember. But
anyway, so that's cool. You get the arcade, of course.
We didn't get to an arcade.
I'm surprised they didn't in the first, because it was, lots of 80s imagery and
D&D,
stuff.
though, I guess.
Oh, they did do D&D. So maybe their kids are a little older. Maybe this one they'll be doing a little less D&D. They'll be doing arcade stuff, and I don't know. But anyway, Will's in there. Interestingly, what happened at the end of the season, like you mentioned, thing flips, and it looks like he's back in the Upside Down.
I'm wondering if he's in the Upside Down,
or is he just seeing
because they don't see him disappear, right? But no one's really looking at him because they're on the arcade. So does he like sometimes go whoop and vanish and come back? Because that'd be interesting with the stuff we have with 11.
Right.
Like if he could jump back and forth, or if he can just see her and she can see him, but he's not necessarily there. It's like a like a psychic thing almost.
It'd be a really good plot device to get some interesting group dynamics.
Especially because like, oh, I need to help 11 out, and then whoop, and now I'm not holding her hand anymore. We're not running through the same corridor. That could be really good horror elements.
Yes, that's an excellent way to actually increase the tension of certain scenes, knowing Will could disappear
and again,
at any moment. Yeah.
The best kid actors in any series I've ever seen, like all of them are strong.
Yeah,
and it's wild. But so the Upside Down looks cool again. Every character's back now. I don't think they're introducing new ones yet. At least not in the trailers. Nancy's holding a shotgun.
I think a lot of shows, when you're talking about popular shows getting a second season and fucking up, I think shows like this with lots of really strong characters, a mistake they end up making eventually is
adding weak characters,
adding more, thinking people love the characters we made, let's add more.
Oh, the new kid.
But then it kind of detracts, and it's clearly weaker because it wasn't part of the
Will's
original dynamic.
kind of the new kid in this one, though.
He is, so that's why I'm wondering the dynamic. How is it going to change? That's why I think it's more interesting that they're doing that with him. They
can't pair off.
They're almost turning him into a plot device, maybe Deus Ex Machina-y.
To be fair, 11 and him swap places.
Okay, that's true. You're right, actually. So it's probably fine. We'll just get a different.
Right, but I think Will. So before, 11 was like in tune with the Upside Down in that she kind of brought it to be. Or at least the gate. And now the gates are, according to the trailer, like just kind of popping up all over the place, which is very interesting and could lead to Now the last one we call him the Demogorgon. I don't know what it is. Is it the officially just Demogorgon still?
Demogorgon.
Okay. There's a couple things in this that strike me as interesting. Number one, and most strikingly, is the big thing they've been pushing is the giant spider thing.
Yeah.
Is that another form of life, or is that just like a tree? Or
no, it's moving.
It moves, right? It's creepy as fuck.
It's like a Cthulhu type.
Right. What a good shot. I thought about that in the teaser before, and then this full trailer, we get a little bit more of it. Just the red background with like the it's definitely shadow. It's not like hard outlined.
I'm a sucker for any kind of big ominous looming thing.
The mist did a really good job with that, and I think that's kind of you're getting a little mist imagery there. So does that mean that the Demogorgon was just happened to be an animal that lives in the Upside Down, not necessarily the big bad?
Well, that's what I assumed.
Well, I did too, but like there was nothing else.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's gonna turn out that there are lots of big things in the Upside Down, and the Demogorgon is like a tiny thing there.
Right. But in another shot, they have, another popular shot has been, it's Halloween, which is why it's coming out. They're coming in Ghostbusters gear, which is fucking cool.
Amazing Ghostbusters.
Plus they have the black kid. They have the black kid.
They have Winston, yes!
I didn't even think about that until now. Anyways, so they have the ghost traps. Something's inside the fucking ghost trap, which is cool in itself, because what kid in the 90s or 80s didn't want the ghost trap to work?
In the 80s, can you imagine? Dude, I caught a monster in the fucking ghost trap.
I know. So, what's in it? A working theory, kind of that we were talking about before, is Will coughed up like a slug-looking thing. Could be that, or could it be like whatever that turns into, because it was kind of like egg laying, right? It was the idea.
I'm assuming that's basically the face hugger of the...
Right.
You know, face huggers are to aliens as that slug thing is to Demogorgons.
Could be like that, or maybe like Demogorgon, like Groot-sized Demogorgons, which would be interesting, because it could be kind of a comedy thing, because they do that anyways.
That's fine. You know, as long as there is an actual established new big bad, I don't mind if they go back on the...
I don't even know if was the big bad even the Demogorgon. It felt like the Upside Down was the big bad, and
the government agency.
Matthew Modine,
yeah, I get it.
Who may or may not be dead. Who knows?
Was he the main Department of Energy guy in the first one? Didn't his head Didn't she like kill them all by making them like bleed out of their sockets?
He got attacked by the Demogorgon.
Oh, did he? I gotta rewatch.
So I don't know what happens when the Demogorgon gets a hold of you, because what's her face, the ugly friend from Nancy's friend that dies in the pool. She's reportedly coming back in this.
What?
So that's the rumor. So I don't know if she's alive and just been trapped in the fucking Upside Down, or she's like because we saw her, right? But she could just be incubating those eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because we definitely saw her corpse.
Yeah.
But no one tried to cut her down or take her out she's in the Upside Down.
Well, her body is. I think she's dead.
She could be dead, but
she's dead.
We'll see what happens. But
if she is alive, what do you want if she's alive?
If she's alive, well, I don't think she's coming back. I think for all practical purposes, she's dead. But the Upside Down kind of doesn't treat it like that. You know what I'm saying?
What do you want if the actress is back and has?
I want her to be incubating the eggs and kind of like, I want her to be like. Not something that could get up and freely walk around the Upside Down.
Okay.
They go and find her, and she's still there. They're like, holy shit! We feel bad. Maybe Nancy's there in the Upside Down. And like, oh god! We fucking left. I can't remember her name for the life of me. We left her there, and then she can talk, but like really haunting. Maybe like the scene. Alien Resurrection is bad, but like the scene from Alien Resurrection where they find the clones of Ripley and she's like, yeah, kill me. But not a kill me. I don't want to kill me. That's too on the nose. I think
they play with tropes, so I wouldn't.
If they do a kill me, I think she should be going like, but they don't.
Oh, but or maybe you think she's gonna say kill me, but she's like, cut me down, you fucking idiots,
right?
Or something like
that. Kill you? No. But like, I think she should be like, she's the tormented character in this one.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
That would be fucking bizarre. If she is dead though, just seeing her corpse again is plenty.
That's fine.
But 11's in this.
Another thing about the Upside Down, actually.
Yeah.
We didn't see a lot of it in the last one because obviously Will's scared.
Right.
He's not going to walk around and explore. 11 has superpowers. She can kind of, with less fear...
Oh, yeah, we're going to be around. And she's been there before. She found the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
She's walking in her weird wetsuit thing.
So I think we're gonna get a little bit more of the rules of the Upside Down explained, which is good because it's I love this whole like parallel dimension on top of a dimension thing
Also,
they got going. I'd like it explained and explored a little more.
It's clearly been a while. Hopper at the end of the first season was giving food, and I know she can kind of reach through. How does he know? Because I know he visits the facility after. So
remember,
maybe
he's working with the government now.
So are they like, oh, this is where one of the things is? Can she come out?
Oh no,
but
maybe
does she have to go back, and that's why he's seeing shit? Is because it like draws you back in?
Maybe that'd be interesting.
So there's a lot of theories that you could have for this. It's the world they set up has so few actual facts about it that it makes this a totally valid exercise.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that they're working off 80s tropes a lot.
Yeah.
But this kind of isn't that. It's not like we don't have a lot of no upside down sort of stuff. It's kind of taken off the Gary Gygax version of the dark realm of D&D, which is, I'm forgetting the name of it officially, but they say in the first episode of the show to set it up the concept, but they could literally do almost anything at this point as long as it doesn't get too fucking out there. Like, oh, it's aliens. I don't want it to be aliens.
You know what? I actually heard someone else do an interesting, like, if they continue this on, they obviously can't do the same thing forever, but if they're playing with 80s tropes, this is so borderline stupid, I can't tell if I want it or not. Have them go to a summer camp, and then there's, like, a Jason-type supernatural serial killer or something.
But from the Upside Down?
It can be or not. I don't know.
Well, I feel like they can't just be like Scooby-Doo gang in the middle of capers that just happen.
Psychic people exist. That's unrelated to the Upside Down, other than they found it. It's clear that supernatural stuff exists in this world.
I guess that's fair, but those kids specifically, it kind of gets. It makes your universe real small. I get it.
It can be. They can tie it in somehow.
I get it.
Tie it in. I believe you could write it.
Especially if 11's there and it's just someone hunting 11. Probably fine. Although co-ed summer camp for children.
Okay, co-ed summer camp for children, whatever. Or it's maybe they're a little older. They're preteens. They're teenagers. Whatever. This way you can keep the show going when they're past kids.
And go into the 90s.
Sure, you can go into the 90s a little bit. Wait, what year does it? Is it early 80s or mid 80s that this takes place in? I don't even know.
Well, I'm trying to think of what they have.
Some of the stuff isn't accurate though.
Right.
For instance, there's movie posters on some of the kids' walls that, like, kids wouldn't have. Like, one of the kids has an Evil Dead poster on his wall.
When did
a 9-year, like, a kid that age would not know what Evil Dead was until
I mean, they play
10,
D&D and
years.
stuff. Maybe, I don't know.
But it wasn't even a cult film. It didn't become a cult film until later.
Fair.
Like, it was, like, where would even... Not even that he has the poster or knows what the movie is. Where would he get an Evil Dead poster is kind of the thing, too.
The local Spencer's.
Anyway. So...
I'm really excited for this. We'll probably review the entire season.
Yeah, we will. Not episode by episode, though. We never keep up.
Yeah, probably not.
Except for Doctor Who. I guess we do it for Doctor Who and the other things we never end up finishing. But we'll do
Stranger Things.
Sure.
Just titled the series.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I guess, if you were going to do the slasher thing, like I was saying, though, you could have it be, the government could be hunting Elle, and maybe they brought something with them that they got from the Upside Down to try and hunt her, and it works, it can't be humanoid like Jason, but it would be
right, and you also
similar.
couldn't have, like, violence porn in Stranger Things. I think it's out of place.
Yeah, it would be. They have some stuff. They have gore where, like, she kills people in the first season and blood comes out, but you can't go beyond that too much. I don't want... It's not the kind of show where you want just excessive.
I think you could kill a camp counselor and you could have some henchmen get real hurt or die.
But you can't have any of the main kids get brutally murdered that way. It'd be way too over the
Although
top.
I think if they thought he was going to brutally murder them and then just, like, the thing isn't actually like a machete or whatever it looks like, it, like, takes them...
Sure.
Like he goes like this, and because it's from the Upside Down, it like wraps around and they're cocooned, and it almost is worse than getting just hacked to death.
Sure, fine.
So,
you can find ways to creatively get around it, but still use the tropes and subvert.
Sure.
Anyway, I'm excited for the show.
Yeah.
Jake's excited.
If you haven't seen Stranger Things, get the fuck on that.
What do you guys think is going to happen in Season 2? Because I am so in the dark. I mean,
I love the trailer because it doesn't tell us anything.
yeah, I'm hoping. I don't know if this is gonna be the final trailer. They'll probably have one more.
Right
it
before
comes out.
Halloween. Yeah.
I hope it doesn't give away too much. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a synopsis.
You know what? I bet it'll be Thanksgiving Day, like football. That's probably the next time we'll see something.
You're right. You're right. So I guess that's it. Until next time, I'm Hugo.
I'm Jake.
This has been Unpopular Culture.
It's gonna be good, right?
I wish we had more effects technology so we could go like
pew,
and then it's all like upside down.
Oh yeah,
someone give us $1 million to do shitty 10-minute internet videos that only like 2,000 people watch.
Okay, so this is like the exact best I can do. We're in the upside down.
Oh no!
Ah!